Students, the climate of India is highly affected by the monsoon winds.
In the olden days, the sailors who travelled to India observed regular periodic reversal of winds. The winds are used by the sailors to sail towards the Indian coast. It was the Arab traders who named the periodic reversal of winds as monsoon.
Students, where and how do you think the monsoons are formed?
The monsoons are formed in the tropical area between the 20 degrees north and 20 degrees south latitudes. The southeast trade winds from the southern hemisphere carry the moisture as they travel over the Indian Ocean and towards equatorial low pressure zones. Once these winds cross the equator, the winds turn towards low pressure that is formed in the Indian subcontinent. The heating of the land results in low pressure on the land mass of the subcontinent of India, especially over the Gangetic Plain and central India. As a result, the Tibetan Plateau gets immensely heated and leads to strong vertical air currents. This creates low pressure over the plateau at an altitude of above 9 kilometers.
Students, these winds flow as the southwest monsoon.
The Indian peninsula divides them into Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. The Bay of Bengal branch hits the coast of Bengal and the southern part of the Shillong Plateau. The winds get deflected and flow westwards along the Gangetic Valley. On the other hand, the Arabian Sea branch hits the west coast of India and moves in the northward direction. Both the Arabian Sea branch and the Western Bay of Bengal branch reach India at the start of June, which is called the onset of monsoon.
These spread over the entire country in 4 to 5 weeks gradually. Most of India's rainfall comes from the southwest monsoon.
The rainfall is very high along the west coast due to the Western Ghats and due to the high-peaked hills in northeast India. The Tamil Nadu coast or Coromandel is generally dry during the season, as this area is the rain shadow region of the Arabian Sea branch and is parallel to the branch of Bay of Bengal.
Students, now let us look at the retreating monsoon. The period between October and November is when the hot, wet conditions transform to dry winter conditions. The retreat or withdrawal of the monsoons is characterized by clear skies and increase in temperature, but the land remains moist. With the high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes oppressive. This is called the October heat. By the early November, the low pressure conditions that prevailed over northwestern India travel far south to the center of the Bay of Bengal.
Students, it is during this time that cyclonic depressions originate over the Andaman region. These tropical cyclones often result in lot of destruction. These tropical cyclones target the deltas of the rivers Krishna and Kaveri. Sometimes these tropical cyclones also hit Sundarbans and Bangladesh. Most of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast comes from cyclones and depressions.
One can see that these cyclones in some or the other way hit every year.